You are watching Outcast Motorsports on Zero X Media.
Welcome, race fans, to the racing capital of the world. I am Glad Dad here with Zero X Media, and tonight the Outcast Truck Series, powered by Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, rolls into Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The trucks will take on 60 laps around this legendary 2.5-mile rectangle, where long straights, tight corners, and history itself combine to make every lap a test of patience and precision. Indy may be known for the Indy 500, but tonight it's all about raw horsepower and control. With the chase grid heating up, points on the line, and no room for error, only the smartest, smoothest, and boldest will get the honor to virtually kiss the bricks tonight. So glad to be here tonight. Tonight is the start of the playoffs. The top 10 in points last week moved on, and let's take a look at that, shall we? Looks like we've got, I got it up on the screen here, folks. We got Eric Johnson. He's the #1 in the playoffs as of now. Brian Zemer, Robert Tibbs, Brian Welchel, Charles Wilson, Terry Litweiler, Robbie Tester, Matt DeLuca, Cale Peterson, Brandon Brock, Kevin Cornelius, and Josh Yarbrough. As Eric Johnson continues to hold the points lead, showing strength every week, Robert Tibbs and Brian Zemer are locked into the mix with consistent top runs. Matt DeLuca remains steady inside the playoff fight. Cale Peterson's Talladega win gave him momentum and a playoff ticket. That is what he was wanting. But bubble drivers like Charles Wilson, Brian Welchel, Josh Yarbrough, Terry Litweiler, they can't afford to make mistakes with just a few races before the reduction cut. Let's go ahead and get down trackside. As we've got Ronnie Welcher on track, third fastest in practice. Man, looking good, looking good, looking good. And we've got Rodney Pitcock. This is his second time here with Outcast running the trucks. He did a good showing there the first time he ran with us, and he is back for some more action. Got Jesse Graham also on track. Glad to have him back here in the cockpit. Ronnie Hurst looking good out there in that 22 truck. Currently 5th fastest. And we've got our first guy out here. My #1 guy, Terry Litweiler, in that beautiful 71 Chevy Silverado. Charles Wilson looking good in that U.S. Army 57 Chevy Silverado as well. And David Vodka, as he is racing Brandon Brock right now. Brandon Brock looking good in that Jeff Earnhardt, #3 Pepsi Chevy Silverado. Brian Zemer out on track. Look at that glisten off that pink. Man, that looks phenomenal. Matt DeLuca out here. And Michael Seymour. Looks like we've got Robbie Tester out there sitting in the number 1 spot. Let's see, who haven't we shown? Oh, Josh Yarbrough's on track now. Getting these paints loaded in. Just bear with me here, folks. Oh, there we go. Andy Reeves. Steve Giberson finally got his number situated. He is now in the 06. Sean Rother's out there tonight. Anthony Bennett's out here tonight. Man, good to see these guys. Shannon Donathan. Drew Kuhn in that Jolly Rancher 21 truck. And a newcomer tonight, Aaron Sellers. Very nice Tide 88. Man, it looks sharp. We currently have 26 drivers registered for this race, so man, it's gonna be a hoot. One of our playoff contenders here, Cale Peterson. Hey, let's go ahead and look at these drivers on the driver's cam tonight. Man, looks like we've got 7 guys out there. 7. Man, that's an impressive turnout. Let's start with the number 1 spot here with Mr. Ronnie Welchel. Got that VR on looking good, looking good. Looking fast out there, too. I mean, he's sitting P3 in practice. As he gives us a wave there. And looks like, who is this? Jesse Graham. Jesse Graham. Oh, Eric Johnson. And Mr. Pinnacle Rap himself, Drew Kuhn. Good luck tonight, sir. Rob Hamilton getting his VR all set up. Sometimes he uses VR, sometimes he doesn't. I would like to talk to him at some point tonight and figure out, hey, peace, buddy. Good luck tonight. And figure out, does he prefer VR on short tracks, big tracks? What's his preferred method? And we've got James Greeny out there. Looks like he made it off work with enough time to get some practice laps in tonight. Good luck tonight. The info. And look at this. Mr. Mustache himself, Cale Peterson. How about that? 7 drivers with driver cams tonight, man. Very impressed with the turnout. as we've got 12 minutes left in practice before we take to the track for qualifying. Now have 27 people registered. Let's see if we can get Brian Zemer in here and talk to him for a second. Mr. Brian Zemer, glad to add in the booth. Can you hear me? Brian Zemer, you got me? Looks like he is away from his PC here. Let's get him back down into his spot. And let's bring in Terry Litweiler. Let's talk to him. Mr. Terry, glad to have in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Adam?
Man, it's going good, man. How about you? You're locked in the
playoffs. Doing well.
Yeah, you're locked in the playoffs, man. Starting around at 10. How about that?
Doing well.
Anyway, what you got for these boys tonight?
Oh, Adam, this track is gonna be tough. I don't know if we got anything for them, but we're gonna give it a heck of a shot here.
Well, you know, I'm always rooting for you.
Well, I appreciate that. We'll see what we can do. We want to get the sponsors some airtime, and hopefully we can get ourselves up front and have a decent run tonight.
Absolutely. Well, I don't think it's going to be an issue for you. I mean, you're known as Mr. Consistency, so that's what this track's about. So we'll see what you got here for them at the end. I know you're going to do some strategy runs with 60 laps here, and what is it, like 19 laps on a tank of fuel?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So there's going to be a lot of strategy playing tonight. Guys are already, you can hear them in the voice channels talking through what they're trying to come up with and what they want to do. So it's going to be an interesting night on how all those different strategies play out, and we'll hopefully have a strategy of our own that at least gets us to the front. And we'll see how we do.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, good luck tonight, and hey, why don't you go ahead and give us a sponsor shout out, because I haven't done that yet.
Absolutely. So big shout out to Auto America. Obviously, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. We appreciate their support and the series sponsor. Serta Simmons Betting, LuLaRoe, can't forget them. And J&M Group, Roberts Ball Screw, Pinnacle Wraps, and Zero X. Love you guys.
Absolutely. Hey, good luck tonight, and I'll go ahead and get you back in your Race 4 Discord, and we'll see you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Terry Litweiler. I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the playoffs. We've got some good tracks coming up. Like, we got this one, Indy. Then we've got Kentucky and Iowa. Woo! Consistency is going to pay off if he can keep it together. But we shall see. I mean, he's sitting 7th in practice here. As you see, Robert Tester getting back on track. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get into the commercials to thank all of our sponsors that make this stream and this league possible to run on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we will get into the national anthem, and it'll be time for qualifying. Be back in just a second.
At Pinnacle Wraps, we proudly offer top-tier liveries that showcase your unique style on the racetrack. Elevate your iRacing experience today with a stunning custom design that truly represents who you are and your passion for racing.
Jackie Jones Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep is a family-owned dealership that has been in business for over 20 years. Jackie Jones and his family have been in the car business overall for over 40 years. At Jackie Jones Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, they take great pride in holding the highest standards possible to give the customers the best buying and service experience possible that they can provide.
Our moves might not be hot,
but our deals are.
Go see Jackie Jones. Tell them Zero X sent you.
LuLaRoe is an American multi-level marketing company that sells women's clothing that was founded in 2012. As a multi-level marketing company, LuLaRoe recruits independent distributors referred to by the firm as fashion consultants. Please check out Tammy Litweiler's LuLaRoe Facebook page.
I can't do this anymore. We need to talk.
What's wrong?
Look, we have a new Serta Perfect Sleeper.
We don't need to count you anymore.
I haven't really counted you in months.
You've been faking it for months?
Every night.
The Serta Perfect Sleeper. So comfortable you'll never count sheep again.
Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds is a proud sponsor of Outcast Motorsports and offers entertainment for the whole family, including camping, concerts, car shows, rodeos, and more. Visit www.georgiamountainfairgrounds.com and plan your next adventure today.
It's the Daly and Vincent Music Fest in Hiawassee, Georgia, at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, September 25th through 27th. The Daly and Vincent Music Fest. Performances from John Conley, Randy Travis, The More Life Tour, Bryce Leatherwood, Rhonda Vincent, Crystal Gale, Diamond Rio, and your host, Daly and Vincent. 3-day passes and single-day tickets are all available. VIP passes available now. Don't miss the Daly and Vincent Music Fest at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, September 25th through 27th. Get tickets now at GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com. Sponsored by the Towns County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Presented by Gus Arundel and Springer Mountain Farms.
Auto America in Grand Island, Nebraska is one of the oldest and most trusted dealerships in central Nebraska. Visit their website buyautoamerica.com or stop in and get yourself certified today.
Roberts Ball Screw Repair Services has been providing unmatched service, quality, and dedication to the manufacturing industry since 1991. Repairing, reconditioning, and even remanufacturing ball screws, lead screws, Acme screws, Aney screws for virtually any machine on the planet. Roberts Ball Screw has made a name as one of the very best in the game. Want great quality? Want great service? Want great people? Want a great screw at a reasonable price? Get a hold of Roberts Ball Screw Repair Services in Leslie, Michigan today.
J&M Group Industrial Services, Michigan's premier CNC machine tool service provider. Routine maintenance, preventative maintenance, geometry, calibration. Whatever machine tool service your company needs, contact J&M Group, the absolute best in the biz.
All right, folks, we are back with 30 seconds left in practice before we get to qualifying. How about that? Now, that's some good timing there. Drivers are pulling it in the pit road for practice to be over, and qualifying will commence. And people, drop it in the chat. Who are you guys here for tonight? Who are you rooting for? Let's see who gets out on track first. Looks like David DeVale. Well, he entered pits. Let's see. Yep. David DeVale out on track right now. Kyle Franklin's out here for Brandon Brock. Monica Wilson out here for Eric Johnson. Chrissy said T-Lit and Eric. As we've got David DeVale out on track. Rodney Pitcock. Chrissy said also Brock as well. Brian Zemer's out on track. These guys are trying to get this fast qualifying lap in because track position is key here. I say that every week, and it really is. You know why track position is key? It's because you don't want to be stuck behind these guys. Steve Giberson. Robert Tester's out on track as well. Terry Litweiler. Eric Johnson. Andy Reeves, not too far from my hometown. His hometown is Shreveport, Louisiana. Aaron Sellers out on track. First time out here with the Outcast boys. Let's see what he's got. Charles Wilson. Josh Yarbrough. Jesse Graham's also on track. And as of now, we got Yarbrough out front, Zemer second, Johnson third. And I'm sure this is just their warm-up lap. David Vodka's out there as well. Michael Seymour. Robert Tester to the top spot. Tim Freet's out here. Drew Kuhn looking good in that Jolly Rancher truck. Man, that thing looks good. Mark and Linda, we are here watching Aaron Sellers. He is our son. Good luck, Aaron. Absolutely. As you can see, Aaron Sellers right there. Sellers currently sitting in the 11th position and getting shuffled around as everybody's getting their second lap in. Tester still at the top spot. Oh, and then Jesse Graham knocks him down with the same exact lap time. 52.77 is Jesse Graham and Robert Tester. T lit up to third. Man, oh man. And Carson Youngblood also on track. Youngblood sitting 6th right now in qualifying. Rob Hamilton from Zanesville, Ohio. Hamilton currently sitting in 11th position. Brandon Brock, where is he sitting? He has not turned a lap yet. So this is currently his warm-up lap. Got Ronnie Hurst out there. He has not put in a lap either, but he is coming to the flag for the first time. Right now, it's still Graham, Tester, Litweiler, Yarborough, and Pitcock, the top 5. Does anybody have anything for these guys to knock them off that top spot? Oh, Drew Kuhn up to 13th. Hurst to 3rd. That's what I'm talking about. See what Brandon Brock can put down. He has yet to put down a time. This is going to be his first scored lap. Brock up to 9th place. James Greeny on track from Denton, Texas. Let's go, Greeny. Got 2 guys that have not qualified yet. David Vodka and Robert Tibbs still have yet to make a time. Rob Hamilton, this is going to be a fun race. Yes, sir, it will be. Let's see here where Greeny's going to stack up. '27th. Still got 1 lap though, as we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in qualifying. David Vodka and Robert Tibbs still have yet to make a lap. And remember, folks, you are required to qualify. If you do not, you will be served with a drive-through penalty at the start of the race. And where did we get Greeny? Still 27th. And looks like that's going to be it. Unless these guys, I don't think they can make a lap now, as time is winding down to under 1 minute 30 seconds. For the folks just chiming in, we've got 26 people watching our YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys coming out and showing the love to the Outcast boys. They deserve nothing but the best, week in and week out. And with 45 seconds to go, let's see where we are racing tonight. 60 laps around the legendary 2.5-mile rectangle where long straights, tight corners, and history itself combine to make every lap a test of patience and precision. Man, look at that track right there. You got some tight corners. Good looking track though, man. History. I'm just wondering who's going to get the honor tonight to say virtually kiss those bricks. And I've got a special treat. Since we are sitting here with 8 seconds left to go in qualifying, let me just show you the camera view that I have set up tonight. I think you guys are going to like it. Well, never mind. They are gridding up, but look at that, folks. Just behind the pace car at the start-finish line, I have a camera set up right at the bricks, those historic bricks, here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. How about that? And we've also got this great camera view right here of the starter. Man, look at that. You can see all the way down to turn 4, enter a pit road. And Barney is looking like he is impatient. He's ready to get this thing going. But folks, you know what time it is? You know what time it is. Time for the starting grid.
The star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Starting on the pole, Jesse Graham takes that #1 spot away from Robert Tester with this same exact lap time, 52.77. Robert Tester starting on the outside pole. Ronnie Hurst starting in the P3 position. Terry Litweiler starting 4th. Joshua Yarbrough starting in that 5th position. Rodney Pitcock starting 6th. Starting 7th, Carson Youngblood. Starting 8th, Brandon Brock. Starting 9th, Ronnie Welchel. Starting 10th, Sean Rother. Starting 11th, Brian Zemer. In the 12th position, Charles Wilson. Starting 13th, Rob Hamilton. Starting 14th, the number 18 truck of Eric Johnson. Starting 15th, the serial killer, Drew Kuhn. Starting 16th, Cale Peterson. Starting 17th, Andy Reeves. Starting in the 18th position, Steve Giberson. Starting 19th, Matt DeLuca. Starting 20th, Shannon Donathan. In the 21st position, it is Aaron Sellers. Starting 22nd, Michael Seymour. 23rd, Daniel Veerkamp. 24th, David DeVell. 25th, Anthony Bennett. 26th, Tim Freet. 27th, James Greeny. 28th, Robert Tibbs. And 29th, David Vodka. And the pace truck is off here. As you can see, let's get down to business. Here is Glad Dad's keys to victory. Corner exit, not braking too late. That will get you tight going into the corner, and you will not have a good number 2, which is at corner exit, the most important for these long straights. Momentum is key, so you definitely want to nail that exit on every corner. Number 3 is track position. Track position is key, especially with the field we have. Tire management and patience and precision. Here we go. Green flag is out. Robert Tester, James Graham, side by side. Robert Tester taking it away early. Out to a 4/10 lead already. Man, look at that field stack up right there. Woo! Love it, love it, love it. Jesse Graham following 3/10 back right now. Ronnie Hurst running in third. These top 3 have kind of just gotten away from the rest of the field as Terry Litweiler is battling Josh Yarbrough and Carson Youngblood. Let's go back there and see what Ronnie Welch is up to as he's battling to keep that position on Brian Zemer. Matt DeLuca pulling out to try to make a pass on Rob Hamilton. As we go back up front, still a 3/10 lead from Tester to Graham. These two guys have set sail over Ronnie Hurst. Carson Youngblood moved up 2 spots since the start of the green flag. He's down all the way down underneath that white line, trying to get as much momentum as possible, as much turn out of that truck as possible, as they are single file now. Rodney Pitcock just right there in the middle between Carson Youngblood and Brandon Brock. Josh Yarbrough lost 3 spots here since the drop of the green flag. Everybody just single file. Nobody really racing right now. I mean, this is the fuel strategy run here. As we will get off the tower here and go into the ticker. Bill Peterson under fire from Sean Rother right here. Drew Kuhn just running his own zip code, just trying to stay out of trouble early. And Matt DeLuca, he did get around the one of Rob Hamilton. Kind of set sail on him here. Getting all spread out. Let's go back here and check out Aaron Sellers as he is under fire from Steve Giberson. Sellers on the top side, Giberson on the bottom. Giberson's going to make that pass. As we've got Anthony Bennett here trying to pass the 2 of Daniel Veerkamp. Be careful here, boys. As we're seeing early here, only lap 5 multiple grooves working well for these drivers. I think the bottom is still preferred, as we've seen 2 passes in a row here made from the guy on the bottom. I just don't think the rubber's quite built up on the outside line yet. As I really don't want to get off of these two right here. Battle's still going on. Veerkamp really strong on the outside, able to actually stay with Anthony Bennett. As now Anthony has kind of prevailed on the bottom line, and now he's under fire from the 24 of David Vodka. And let's go back up here, check on your leaders. Robert Tester still out front over Jesse Graham. As Ronnie Hurst here is under fire. As you can see off the back of Ronnie Hurst's truck, Carson Youngblood is right there looking low, trying to get that air on that nose to get that turn that he needs in order to get up to Ronnie Hurst. You're going to see him. He's going to turn in a little earlier than Hurst is. Yep, he's all the way on the bottom, to the bottom on the white line. Maximum turn there from Carson Youngblood. Carson's all the way up to his bumper now. Carson lets out a little earlier than Ronnie Hurst. He's going to get back in the throttle a little earlier too. It's going to give him a really good run here on the back, on the front stretch here. So they're coming across the start-finish line, and he's going to look low. As you see, Carson Youngblood made that pass. Ronnie Hurst let him have it, though. It's too early to be battling, boys. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that on the stream, but Carson Youngblood with the clutching going into turn 1. Seems like a fuel saving. Sounds like he's trying to do some fuel saving here, folks. Not trying to give his secrets away, but we saw that on the stream. Harry Litweiler running 6th. Brian Zemer 7th, and Brandon Brock. These 3 guys right here are battling for points. As we see Drew Kuhn back here, look at that. Over here fighting the 33 and the 03. 03 made it around Rother. Carson Youngblood up to 3rd place. Got his eyes set. Got a target locked here with the 05 of Jesse Graham. As he is closing in the gap here. 3/10 faster than Jesse Graham that lap by. We're going to see here. Jesse Graham also clutching here. These guys are very committed to the saving fuel, trying to get as much out as they can, because according to some of these guys I've talked to, the fuel the fuel window here is about 19 laps. And we are 11 of 60 right now. You can see the gap here that Robert Tester's put on. That's the second place car back there of Jesse Graham, a whole corner ahead. As he is coming down the front stretch right now. Sitting still. Not really saving like these other guys. As Carson Youngblood makes it around Jesse Graham. All these trucks look like they're going really, really slow here. Let's just see how slow. As we see 152, 153 in the corners, and then quickly get up above 160 in the transition. 154 in that corner, and as they're getting onto the front stretch. Oh, Drew Coon. Drew Coon back there got a little loose on the exit of 4. You see Ronnie Welchel trying to work on the 77 and the 3 right here. Looks like the 3 got a little loose on the exit. Pretty much everybody's still single file. As Kel Peterson's trying to get that pass made on Charles Wilson. He does get it made. Charles is such a nice guy. Let him go. I don't think that's going to happen late in the race, though. Not when these guys have a championship to win. And let's check on our leaders here. Get here so you can see the time difference here. So Robert Tester 2.8 seconds ahead of Carson Youngblood. And then there's a 4-second gap from Tester to Pidcock in the 3rd position. So needless to say, Tester has set sail. Carson Youngblood, about 2 seconds ahead of Pidcock. Well, 2.5. Ronnie Hurst running in that 4th spot as Jesse Graham's kind of lost some positions here. Now running in the 5th position. As we are on lap 15 right now. Harry Litweiler running in his own zip code along with Brian Zemer, Brandon Brock. And you can see this convoy of trucks here. All of them are just closed in, close together. Once you get from Zemer on back, from 7th on back, these guys are straight in a line. You see Josh Yarbrough there. And Ronnie Welchel, Eric Johnson battling. As we're here with Kel Peterson, let's go ahead and get on board with Kel Peterson. See what he's seeing. Look how close these guys are. They're within a foot of each other. Eric Johnson, bottom lane, all the way to the concrete. Ronnie Welchel up top. Not much of a banking here, folks. Only about 8 degrees or so. Oh, Eric Johnson in the wall. Saves it, though. Man, I'm glad we caught that on the stream, folks. As Eric Johnson clutching it going into turn 3 right here. Now Ronnie Welch was under fire from Matt DeLuca. Great battle going on here between Ronnie and DeLuca. As we see a truck just peel off. Andy Reeves. Andy Reeves just hit the inside wall. Not good, sir. Not good. As he towed to the pits. Robert Tester out to 2.6 second lead over Carson Youngblood. But we're going to be getting into pit stops here soon. Green flag pit stops. Ronnie Pitcock third and Ronnie Hurst fourth. Gary Litweiler has now passed Jesse Graham. As we've got our first pit stop of the night. Rodney Pitcock coming down pit road at a mere 54, 55 miles per hour, which is the speed limit here. So with them seeing the top guy pit, one of the top guys here, I'm not sure if they're gonna come down pit road now or not. Will that start the cycle? Or with them clutching, can they go a little further? Was Pitcock clutching? Was he strategizing? You see Robert Tester here. Will he pit? He does not. He goes around another time. So does Carson. Ronnie. Terry. Nobody's pitted. Nobody's pitting. Robert Tester up to a 3.5 second lead now over Carson Youngblood. We still got this gaggle of trucks back here from Brian Ziemer on back. This long straightaway on the broadcast looks like they're just barely crawling. As we've got Brandon Brock, Brian Ziemer battling along with the 77 trying to get a piece of that as well. Trying to get these positions picked up before pit stop cycle start. And here we go, folks. Bunch of people here on pit road. Woo! They all pitted as a group. Fantastic, fantastic getting on pit road. As you can see here, half the field down pit road on lap 20. And do we have tire takers or just fuel only? Looks like we got some tire takers. Brian Ziemer, Kel Peterson, Drew Kuhn. These guys are taking tires. Some guys just getting fuel though. Ronnie Welchel taking tires. You can see I don't think Matt DeLuca took tires, as he's going to pick up some spots here. And our leaders pitted as well. Tester, Hurst, Youngblood, they all pitted as well. That puts Graham out in the lead. Brandon Brock, I know he wanted to stay out there as long as possible to try to grab these points. We're just going to have to see here. Does Jesse Graham hit? And does Brandon Brock stay out one more time around? You can see these guys are picking those spots back up. As Jesse Graham is coming into turn 4 here, let's see if he does commit to pit road. And he does. He does commit to pit road. And what does Brock do? Brock also commits to pit road. So does Eric Johnson. Which I wonder if that's going to put Tim Freed out. Nope, Tim Freed's also pitting, so that's going to put Robert Tester back out front. And did Carson Youngblood pick any spots up? No, he didn't pick any spots. And I don't know if he picked any time up on Tester. We're going to see here. No, he did not. No time gained between Tester and Youngblood. Still 3.5 seconds back. Tester remains in the lead. Hurst, 7.8 seconds. 8 seconds back now. Harry Litweiler still maintaining that 4th position along with Josh Yarbrough in the 5th spot. Guys are merging back up off of pit road on the backstretch. Eric Johnson, Matt DeLuca battling it out here. That is for the 9th position. 30 people watching the stream. We really, really appreciate you guys coming out and showing the love and support to the Outcast boys. Like I said earlier, these guys deserve nothing but the best. And we really need to get these numbers up. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Got the 73 battling with the 3 here. And this is not for position. But the 3 and the 03, that is for position. This is for 10th spot. As you saw earlier, Matt DeLuca did not take tires. With a 10.13 pit stop. And Brandon Brock with a 15-second pit stop. So he did take tires. As you can see, he just drove right around him. Back up front, Tester. Carson Youngblood's now picked up a second. He's now 2.4 back from Tester. Ronnie Hurst now 13.3 seconds back. Carson Youngblood still eating into that time of Tester. Still 2.3 back. Brian Zemer's moved up into the 4th position, and now he smells the 22 as he goes right on around him. Wrapping that bottom nicely, Mr. Zemer. You can see the 05 and the 20 now up there, 5th and 6th battling side by side. As they're going to go around. And here, as you can see, we're getting on board with off the nose of Jesse Graham. Looking to the inside. He is to his quarter panel here. He's going to get it this time. Yep, Kel lets out early. And he sneaks back there. Lets the 05 go. Kel Peterson, I think he's saving a little bit. He's letting out way early to kind of wrap that bottom. Make sure he saves these tires. These guys may pit next time and not take tires. You can see Jesse Graham's got Brian Zimmer in his sights now. He definitely can sniff that draft. Back up front, Robert Tester, only a 2-second lead now over Carson Youngblood. Brian Zimmer 14.7 seconds back. He is in the 3rd position. But Jesse Graham's up to his bumper now. Going to be a good battle here. Zimmer's not going to let him have it. I mean, we're about halfway in the race. Giving spots up now is not where these drivers are going to want to see. As the 05 looks to the inside now to his quarter panel of the 55 of Brian Zimmer. And he's going to take it. I'm surprised Zimmer gave it to him. Halfway through the race, I think I would stop giving positions up. But they may be saving, like I said earlier, they may be saving because they don't want to take tires now. So they're trying to save this set that they did take. Kind of make that pit cycle a little bit better. Ronnie Hurst now under fire from Terry Litweiler. Michael Seymour's moving up. He's up to the 11th position here. A little strong run from him. As Drew Kuhn and Matt DeLuca here are about to be in a heated battle. These guys right here just in no man's land. Oh, here we go. Got 3 trucks nose to tail. Got Sean Rother leading these guys. Aaron Sellers in the middle. Let's get on board here with Aaron Sellers, as he is on the inside of Sean Rother. Awesome coverage here with the gyro cam, as he does clear Sean Rother. Daniel Veerkamp just behind Rother. As you can see, we've got some takers on pit road. Looks like. Robert Tester's gained his lead back to now 2.8 seconds over Carson Youngblood. J.C. Graham's moved back up into the 3rd position, and he has cut some of the lead down, but not much, as we are within about 8 laps or so of green flag pit stops once again. So we got Donathan and Charles Wilson here about to get ready to battle it out. Matt DeLuca, Anthony Bennett, closest battle on the track right now. Robert Tester still with a 2.6 second lead over Youngblood. As Zemer and Peterson here about getting ready to do some side-by-side battling. Peterson's finally worked his way up to the back of Zemer. Ooh, little tight there from Kel Peterson. Had to get out of the throttle. Man, lost all that momentum. Eric Johnson's worked his way up to the 6th position. And this is what he's seeing here, folks. As you can see, the steering wheel he's seeing these two guys, the 20 and the 55, battling side by side. Nice entry from Eric Johnson. A little loose on exit, not much. Getting lower than the 55 of Brian Zemer. Trying to get that clean air on the nose as he is up to the back bumper of the 55 now. Had to let out just a little bit to not get into the 55. As we're getting in, we're starting to get into pit stop cycles here. 24 laps to go here. Carson Youngblood back two seconds from Robert Tester now. Almost the pit cycles. Are these guys going to try to stay out a little bit longer, or are they going to pit early? $18 around the 55. And here comes Brandon Brock and Michael Seymour. $23 laps to go. This is the closest Carson Youngblood's been to Robert Tester. Actually, this is the closest anyone's been to Robert Tester all night. Drew Kuhn having a really good run. I mean, he's running inside the top 10, currently running 9th. How about that? Good run from Drew Kuhn. And looks like we got a takers here. Kel Peterson. Drew Kuhn. Well, just Drew Kuhn. Looks like Kel Peterson's still on the track. Drew Kuhn. Shannon Donathan. These guys decided to go ahead and pit. And this should be their last pit stop of the night. And does Drew Kuhn take tires or no? Yes, Drew Kuhn takes tires. How about that? Robert Tester, Carson Youngblood on pit road. Daniel Veerkamp in between them. No, wait, that's Rob Hamilton in front. Robert Tester and Carson Youngblood. Let's see, does Carson and Robert, do they take tires? Or is it going to be a fuel-only stop for these guys? I'm going to see here. Carson Youngblood in his box with tires on his right sides. Robert Tester with the right sides. And lefts for both drivers. Jesse Graham out front. Once again, running it long like he did last time. Stays out another time. See if Eric Johnson commits. He does not. He runs it another go. Ronnie Welchel calling it down pit lane. This gaggle of trucks here, they're still going. Robert Tester out, back on track, followed by Carson Youngblood. That is the gap for the lead right there between the 12 and the 16. Jesse Graham, Eric Johnson, Brandon Brock, Michael Seymour. These guys have not pitted, nor has Terry Litweiler. So once these top 5 pit, it's going to put Tester back out front. Carson Youngblood needs to pick that throttle up, get this thing going. There's no saving now, folks. These guys can make it to the end. As Eric Johnson stayed out, that's going to be a point for him. Brock was hoping he went in. Brock really could use this point for leading a lap. These things add up over a few races. Michael Seymour currently running third. Jesse Graham. Litweiler's in pit. Jesse Graham's in pit. Just 3 left here. Johnson, Brock, Seymour. Johnson calling it down pit road. Brock calling it down pit road. Seymour calling it down pit road. And then we've got Robert Tester back out front once again. But as you can see, look at this. He's going to have company here. Youngblood is coming. There is no saving now. Youngblood's got to try to finagle behind these guys. Get through them quickly. Very nice job there, clearing them before the next corner. Carson Youngblood getting in that throttle super early. It actually pays off. He's closing in. This is the closest he's been to Tester all night. 0.8 back. Jesse Graham back out on track in the third position, followed by Josh Yarbrough. These two guys are almost nose to tail for the third spot. Followed by Ronnie Hurst. Kel Peterson, Brian Zemer battling out here. 17 laps to go. Eric Johnson in his own time zone. Eric Johnson back down pit road. What happened? Brian Zemer's closed up to the back of the 20 of Kel Peterson. Eric Johnson coming off pit road, followed by the 73. Take a look at these drivers on cam tonight. Ronnie Walchel, Drew Kuhn, focused. Rob Hamilton, looking focused as well. James Greeny, Eric Johnson, Jesse Graham, and Kel Peterson. Carson Youngblood now to just a half a second back from Tester. You can see now he could smell the draft. That's only going to make him faster. Now under a half a second. 15 laps to go. Still clutching it too. Trying to save every ounce of fuel he can. Oh, we got a car, we got a truck in the wall. Who is that? Not sure who that was. But as you can see, this is your race for the lead right here. You've got it 4/10 now. Carson is trying to get everything he can out of this truck because they're coming up on live traffic. Coming up on Aaron Sellers. Jesse Graham 14.4 seconds back. We go back up here, the leaders fighting through lap traffic. Three-tenths back is Carson Youngblood. And Peavy. Go Carson, go, absolutely. As you can see the battle there. Off the nose, or off the tail of Tester. Carson is there. One mess up from Tester, and Youngblood is going to capture this flag. Now 2/10 back. Tester trying to break that draft. Oh, he's got under the inside of Aaron Sellers here. Carson going to get a little tight here on that dirty air of Tester. Carson Youngblood with a run, can't do anything about it because Tibbs is in the way. Two-tenths back is Carson Youngblood. One bobble from Tester, and Carson is there. As we see Robert Tibbs entering pit lane right there. Oh, Carson Youngblood in the wall. Man, Carson just lost 4/10 off the lead from the lead of Robert Tester. Man, oh man. All that ground he made up, lost it. Getting in that dirty air, folks, is treacherous for these vehicles. These race cars. They just will not turn. Now 8/10 back is Carson Youngblood. 1 second. Kel Peterson, Brian Zimmer, Brandon Brock. Kel Peterson and Brian Zimmer, these guys are still well, I wouldn't say nose to tail, but one bobble from Kel, and Brian's going to be all over this guy. Drew Kuhn looking to the inside of Brian Zimmer. Drew Kuhn trying to make that as quick as possible because he has scored a lap down. Everyone is a lap down except for the top 7. Aaron Sellers now working his way around the 16 of Carson Youngblood. Bennett running 9th. Johnson running 10th. After Johnson had an unscheduled pit stop, is running in the 10th position. That is not bad. And Matt DeLuca, as of now, folks, Matt DeLuca has the fastest lap of the race, which is, I believe, is an additional bonus point. Rob Hamilton currently in the 11th position, followed by the 77 of Josh Yarbrough. And the 024 of David Vodka is currently sitting 16th. Rob Hamilton on pit road. 8 laps to go, scheduled or unscheduled. Drew Kuhn trying to get anything back as Robert Tester still 7/10 in front of Carson Youngblood. Carson's kind of rallied his way back up, but man, all that ground he had is 8 laps to go. Anything can happen here, folks. Still 8/10 back is Carson Youngblood. Jesse Graham only 11 seconds back. Kel Peterson kind of put a gap between him and Brian Zemer. Michael Seymour up to the back of Brian Zemer now. Brian Zemer needs to fight with everything he's got here with 6 laps to go. As Brandon Brock right there, he could capitalize on this position. As you see, Michael Seymour goes underneath the 55. 55 lets him have it. Jesse Graham is on the move, but just he will not have enough time to do anything with it. It's only 10 seconds. He's 10 seconds back. And he is 4.5 faster per lap than the leaders are. Just nothing he can do about it. As you can see, Carson Youngblood has worked his way back up to 0.4 of a second behind Hester. Will Carson be able to get back up there and close that gap one more time to give Robert Tester anything for the lead? Oh, Robert Tester a little tight. This is going to help Carson Youngblood. He's closing up on him. This is the closest Carson's been all night long, folks. Carson only 0.2 back. But you're going to see here, Carson's going to get really, really tight. And he lost 1/10.5. Just cannot do a whole lot in that dirty air. You can see Eric Johnson behind Carson Youngblood pushing him, trying to give him anything. As Eric Johnson looks to the inside of Carson Youngblood. Carson just needs something. This is the closest he's been. Carson all the way on the concrete just to help him turn a little bit. Oh, Carson didn't get all the way down. He's gonna lose some momentum right there, and he does. These guys are pushing Carson. Whoa, he's got a huge run. Carson with a huge run. Looking on the inside here. Carson underneath the 12 of Robert Tester as they go side by side with 2 laps to go. Carson doesn't have the momentum to keep it, so he falls right back in line right behind Robert Tester. One lap to go, sponsored by Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. Will Carson have anything for him? We've got 3 corners left. What will Carson do, folks? Robert Tester looking low. Carson right there looking low as well. Here we go. Carson Youngblood underneath. Carson Youngblood to the lead. Going into turn 3. Does Robert Tester have anything now? Eric Johnson forces his way. Oh, the race is over. Woo! Youngblood wins it. Apparently, the scoring didn't update, and that was the last lap. Man, oh man, that was crazy. It's showing Graham as the winner. What in the world happened? Oh, they're out of fuel. Oh, man. Kyle, appreciate you telling me that. That was unbelievable. Woo. Okay. I don't have spotter on, so I couldn't tell they were out of fuel. Oh, man. Graham won that on fuel mileage? Holy moly. Jesse Graham snuck it away from 9 seconds back to win it on fuel strategy. Jesse Graham do a burnout on them bricks, boy. Fuel mileage win for Jesse Graham. Unbelievable. How about that? Good celebration. Let's go ahead and get into the interview here shortly. Let me grab these guys and we'll be right back.
Outcast Motorsports would like to thank the following sponsors for all of their support: Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Serta Simmons Bedding, Auto America, LuLaRoe by Tammy, Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Ram, J&M Group Industrial Services, Roberts Ball Screw, and Pinnacle Wraps. We will be back shortly with the driver interviews.
Yeah, it was he definitely had the advantage, him starting second, I think, and me starting seventh. By the time I got my way worked up there, he was about 2 seconds ahead of me, and that's really where, on average, it stayed the whole night. So I feel like we were the same speed. It was just, and whenever I was getting off of the last time getting on pit road, I caught up to him a good bit, and then getting off, I got stuck behind a lap car, so I kind of lost the ground. I made back up, so I probably would have been within a second at the coming out of pit road the last time, but it's all good. We'll move on to next week. I'll be back in the broadcast booth with you, calling the rest of this championship and having fun.
Man, that sounds good. And it looks like our mics were muted there on the beginning of that interview. I am so sorry, Carson, but man, phenomenal run tonight. And what do we got next week? Where we at? Kentucky?
Yeah, I think that sounds right. We'll be at Kentucky. Yeah. No, Iowa.
Iowa. Okay. Man, I figured you would run that one. I mean, I feel like you're pretty good there.
Yeah, I haven't really ran it much since the repave, but I'm gonna broadcast the next 4 races with you. Then we'll see what next season has. I've ran pretty good in the 2 races that I've done, so I might have to see what I can do next year or next season.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I hope to see you in this running next season. But man, good luck, and yeah, I'll see you in the booth next week.
Yeah, Tim. Before I go, I'm gonna do all my shout outs.
Yeah, go ahead and shout them out, buddy.
Before I go, all my things I gotta go through. I gotta thank the Lord for everything He does for me. 0x Meeting Design, a great group of guys and teammates. I was racing with Robbie. That was a good race between us. Nice, clean, and respectful. Yeah, you up in the booth. I have a great time doing this with you. The Diggerson Group, Southern Premier Contractors, 77 Speed Shop, Youngblood Upholstery, everybody that helps this league sponsors: Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Jackie Jones, Pinnacle Wraps, Roberts Ball Screws, Serta Simmons Bedding. Just everybody that puts these things together and all that. Like, I have a blast coming out here and broadcasting with you and racing, so yeah, I can't wait to be back in the booth with you next week. Get to run my mouth a little bit.
Yeah, me either. You know, I like talking. Anyway, hey, good job tonight, buddy, and we will see you next time, buddy. Take it easy.
You too. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, that was Carson Youngblood, and let's go ahead and get in our 4th place finisher, Michael Seymour. If I can find him, let's see where he is hiding. Michael Seymour, where are you at, my friend? I am not seeing him in the chat. Nope, Michael Seymour is not in here. So we will go ahead and pull in the winner. As you can see, Jesse Graham crossing the start-finish line. Let's get Jesse Graham in here. Jesse Graham, glad to have in the booth, man. How you doing?
Oh, doing pretty good right now.
I see the... Man, how about that win? How about that win?
Brandon Rock, we were in the chat together, and he's like, just try to save as much fuel as you can on the first run. And so I was able to pit 2 laps later than they were on both pit stops. So that last run, I wasn't worried about fuel.
I mean, you could
have shout out to Brandon right there for kind of giving me that idea. So.
Well, you pitted later each and every pit stop. Like you ran 2 to 3 laps more than the front runners, which means you had more fuel at the end. Talk about a perfect strategy call.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, big shout out to Brandon on that one. But yeah, I was a little worried because they took the white flag and they were still going, and then all of a sudden my relative, my second's coming off a 4, and I was like, oh crap, they ran out of fuel. And they respectful guys, they held their lanes, and I just had just enough around the top side to be able to, squeak it out there, I guess.
Well, I don't have to ask you what your key decision or your moment that you realized you got this win was when you saw them guys run out. But man, I just can't get past that strategy call.
Yeah, it was crazy, but like right at the beginning, Tester was setting such a pace, and I was looking at my deal, and I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to make it on 2 stops. So I just started clutching and just gave up the time there.
Yeah, yeah, we saw that on the stream that a lot of the guys were clutching, trying to save, but you were clutching a little bit more, obviously.
Yeah, I always clutched, and then on the new touch, I just raced as hard as I could for the first 10 laps on the second session, and then I started saving a little bit after that. No point slow on on new tires, so I ran slow on old tires, and then that last run I was just able to go, so it was pretty sweet.
Man, well, phenomenal win, coming back from 9 seconds to capitalize this win. And hey, the floor's all yours for any shout outs you want to give. I'm sure you've got a lot of shout outs, and we've got you on the cam right here, so if you want to give the fans at home a wave and go ahead and get your sponsor shout outs. Nice rig, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I got to thank Smiley's Racing Products, SCP Polymer, Myco Plastics, and my sponsors. But also a big shout out to the sponsors that keep this league going and help out with Pinnacle Wraps, and Jackie Jones, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Auto America Grand Island, Serta Simmons, Lulu Rowe, Tammy Lipwater, and Robert's Ball Screws, and obviously you guys, Zero X Media. Always like going back, listening to you do an awesome job, calling the race and stuff, so definitely appreciate that as well.
I appreciate that, the kind shout out, and you guys make it easy for me to be so successful up here, so make sure to shout yourself out. Anyway, hey, go down there and go down there and celebrate and kiss those bricks virtually, and we'll see you, I guess, Thursday, or are you going to be back Tuesday?
I want to try to run this Thursday, but if not, I'll be back next Tuesday.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, good luck Thursday, and we will catch you next time.
All right, appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, and that was the winner of the race, Jesse Graham. Man, what a phenomenal finish. Come back from 9 seconds to win that thing on fuel strategy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, folks, look at this finishing order here. Jesse Graham takes home the number 1 spot, followed by Robert Tester and Carson Youngblood, who both run out of fuel on the last lap. Michael Seymour in 4th, Kel Peterson in 5th, Brandon Brock in 6th, Brian Zemer 7th, Josh Yarbrough 8th, Eric Johnson 9th. Aaron Sellers comes back with a 10th place finish for his first time out with the Outcast boys. Man, what a phenomenal finish for Aaron Sellers. Anthony Bennett 11th, Ronnie Hurst 12th, Matt DeLuca 13th, David Vodka 14th, Charles Wilson 15th, Drew Coons 16th, Robert Tibbs 17th, Tim Freet 18th, Ronnie Welchel 19th, and to round out your top 20, Sean Rother. What an incredible, incredible race tonight, folks. I want to go ahead and give a sponsor shout out to Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, the title sponsor of the truck series here at Outcast, keeping them series strong. Jackie Jones, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, family-owned excellence for over 40 years. LuLaRoe by Tammy, bringing style and comfort to race fans everywhere. Robert's Ball Screw Repair Services, unmatched precision since 1991. Auto America, J&N Group, Pinnacle Wraps, each fueling the heartbeat of Outcast Motorsports. Go ahead and give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Mrs. Glatmom, who is, I'm sure, watching the stream somewhere, but not in here spending time with her husband. Just joking. My wonderful in-laws for always supporting everything I do and all of my little silly hobbies that I have. And all my friends and family watching. Want to give a shout out to also Zero X Media and the Outcast League for allowing me to do this on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that's it. The checker flag at Indianapolis is out. Tonight we saw a battle of strategy, patience, and power at one of the most iconic racetracks in the world. The trucks put on a show, and one driver came out on top on a fuel strategy call, earning the right to virtually kiss those bricks and lock themselves in with a win. How about that? Big congratulations to tonight's winner, and thank you once again to Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds and all of our partners who make this Outcast Truck Series possible. Next stop is even more intense as the playoff push continues. For Zero X Media, I'm Glad Dad signing off from the racing capital of the world. Remember, stay fast, stay clean, and as always, it's okay to be an outcast. We'll see you Thursday night, 7:35 Central Time here at Indianapolis for the Serta Simmons Betting Gen 4 Series. Good night, everyone.